everyone. Today I'm sharing with you my very ambitious plans for my June TBR. So it is June, the first month of summer technically, and there's a lot of cutesy, lovey books that I want to read. There's also some fantasy books I want to read, which I'm shocked about. I'll talk more about that. But either way, I think there's like 10 books altogether I want to read, which is a lot for me, but I've been doing really good with reading this year, so I think it's manageable, and all of these I'm really excited about. There's a lot of YA ones in here. I hope that's okay. But either way, let me just hop right on in. I always like to tell you guys my TBR into like my master reviews. If you don't know, usually I'll do master reviews for every 3 books I read that are kind of within the same genre. So that's kind of how I read, honestly. So if I have books I want to read that are contemporary, like I'll read 3 of them all together, then I'll review it. That's just kind of my flow now, so that's how I'm going to show you. That's how I'm going to show you in this video of what my reading plans are. 3 are YA contemporary books, all being released this month, which I'm so excited about. The first one I don't have a physical copy of yet. I just bought it, so it's in the mail currently, and that is Listen to Your Heart by Casey West. Casey West is one of my favorite YA authors, and favorite contemporary authors at that. This is a book that's about a girl that starts a podcast that talks about like giving love advice, which I love podcasts. I love like things on love advice. I love cutesy, cotton candy, fluffy books that Casey West writes, so I'm reading that for sure. Probably gonna love and adore it. The next book that I want to read is From Twinkle with Love by Sanan Menon, and she wrote When Diplomat Rishi last year, which I adored. This one sounds just as amazing. It's all about this girl named Twinkle, obviously, and she wants to be a filmmaker, and she wants to be like a director, I think. She moved for the upcoming Midsummer Night's Art Festival, and she also has a crush on this guy named Neil, and she actually gets close to Neil's twin brother, Sahil, and she kind of uses Sahil to be like, hey, let me try to learn more about Neil and get close to him, and then obviously you can probably guess that her and Sahil are gonna fall in love. I mean, I think that's just a given, but either way, I'm sure it's going to be cute and adorable, and the fact that she's going to be a director, I think is awesome. Look at the back of this too. So adorable. Can't wait to have all the swirly feelings with this book. And the last YA contemporary book that I want to read is Save the Date by Morgan Matson. Morgan Matson is another amazing YA contemporary author. This one's being pitched as a mixture of Color the Bride and 16 Candles, which are both movies I adore. So this is about a girl that I think her sister is coming home to have their wedding there, like she's getting married at the home, and I think it's all about family. I'm sure there's going to be romance in it, and it's going to be adorable. And on the back there's a cute beagle, because Morgan Matson's known for putting cute dogs on her covers, which I love. But either way, weddings, that is me 1000%. I'm a wedding photographer. I love weddings. I love love. I mean, what more else could you ask for? Then the next 4 books actually I'm going to be reading are YA fantasy books, which I know I said in a few videos ago that I've kind of fallen out of love with YA fantasy. Well, that kind of changed last month when I read Court of Frost and Starlight, when I reread Torch Against the Night. It kind of sparked my love up for YA fantasy, so I'm like, maybe I need to revisit it and see if there's any books that I love. So that's what I'm doing. So the first book I'm going to be reading, I'm going to do its own video review on, because it is a sequel in a series, and that is A Reaper at the Gates by Sabaa Tahir. This is the sequel, obviously, to Ember in the Ashes and Torch Against the Night. Basically, this series is kind of a Romanesque series about like good versus evil. We have these people, evil people call them masked, that are do evil things. Then we have a rebellion growing, and it's just an amazing fantasy series with magic in it, and it's just awesome. I know you've been hearing a lot about it. It's been getting a lot of buzz on BookTube, but I've read the first book when it first came out many years ago, like 3 or 4 years ago, and I still really enjoy the series. So I cannot wait to read Reaper at the Gates and review it, so definitely be on the lookout for that one. And the next 3, I'm going to be doing a matcha review for you. So the first one is Children of Blood and Bone by Tommy Adeyemi. I hope I hopefully pronounced that right. This is the first book in a brand new fantasy series. I think all of these are. And this one also has been getting a lot of buzz. I mean, look at the end papers, look at the dust jacket. I mean, how freaking beautiful can it get? This book, I don't know much about this book, and I kind of don't want to know a lot about this book. They killed my mother, they took our magic, they tried to bury us, now we rise. I'm guessing it's about a rebellion and about this girl that's taken back her world by storm, and I cannot wait to read that. It sounds a great and amazing diverse series. It's a big one. Like, these books, all of these are like, I think 400, 500 pages. Yeah, this is like 530 pages. So that's when I said I am being ambitious. The next fantasy one I want to read is Fury Born by Claire Legrand. This is about like 2 timelines. And the current time we follow a character named Elena, who is a bounty hunter, and she basically, so her mother vanishes and she goes to find her, and she has to join a rebel captain on a dangerous mission, and discovers that the evil at the heart of the empire is more terrible than she ever imagined. Then we go back in time to 1,000 years beforehand, and we follow a character named Rael, who is doing everything she can to save her best friend, the Crown Prince. She shows that she has the ability to perform all 7 kinds of elemental magic, and the only people that are supposed to have these powers are the 2 prophesized queens, a Sun Queen and a Blood Queen. See where we're going with this one? And Rael has to endure like 7 trials to prove that she is the Sun Queen. So I'm gonna guess that Elena is probably the Blood Queen, and basically we follow 2 of these characters who are in 2 completely different timelines here, and we follow their journeys and trials and things like that. And I've heard amazing things about this book, like a lot of really good things. So I have to say I have really high hopes for this one would be a vast understatement. This one I think I'm really gonna love, and I'm really hoping to love, because the whole timeline and the Blood Queen and the Sun Queen sounds so freaking intriguing. And the last YA fantasy book I would like to get to is Ash Princess by Lauren Sebastian. This one again is kind of about a queen. It's about a character who was 6 when her country was invaded, and her mother, the Fire Queen, was murdered, and basically the character that takes over, Kaiser, took in her family, and then he names her the Ash Princess, a title of shame to wear in her new life as a prisoner. So flash forward when she's like 16 or 17, she's like, I'm taking my crown back. So you can guess what's gonna happen in here, which is kind of tropey, you know, to have a character that's like a long lost queen coming to take back her throne, which I still really enjoy if it's done well. So I'm hoping this one will do well. So that's 4 fantasy books I want to read this month, and they're all big ones. Let's hope I can get to them. And the last 3 books I want to read are adult books that I just cannot wait to read. The first one is The Kiss Quotient by Helen Huang. This is about a girl that has Asperger's syndrome, which I think is so awesome. And she, you know, it's hard for her to fall in love because she's not that great socially, which is totally understandable. And basically she hires an escort, Michael Fawn, who help her like check all of her boxes off so she can learn basically about a lot of things. So I've heard this is a lot steamy, like it's very steamy. It's very, you know, romancy, all the things I love. So I cannot wait to read this one. I think it's gonna be diverse, steamy, romantical, all those things I keep saying over and over again, but I can't wait to read it. It's going to be like a perfect summer read for sure. Next one is How to Walk Away by Catherine Center. Again, another kind of romancy chicklet book. This is about a girl that has everything happening for her. Like she has a fiance, she's getting married, she has a good career, and then I think, I'm not sure, but I think she gets in a plane crash because we got a plane on the cover. I could be reading this 100% wrong. Gosh, how much of a fool I look like when I do a wrap up and be like, remember I thought it was a plane crash? You were wrong. We'll see. But anyway, she gets in some sort of accident, if I'm not mistaken, and she starts to question everything, and things start falling apart, and I think she starts falling in love with her physical therapist. I'm there for it. Can't wait to read it. I hope I'm somewhat right on the synopsis. Stay tuned to find out. The last book I want to read, I'm not sure. Like, I really want to read it, but I'm so nervous to read it. And that is The Perfect Mother by Amy Malloy. This is an adult mystery thriller novel, which, by the way, I have been having horrible luck at reading mystery thrillers this year. Like, I've not read a single one that has really sparked my interest or really, you know, been really enjoyed, honestly. All the ones I've read this year have been really lackluster. So that's one reason I'm scared to read it. The other reason is what it's about. It's about this group of characters. They call themselves the May Mothers because they all gave birth to babies in May, and they meet up once a month, you know, to get away from their babies and to have coffee and just chat. One of their babies gets kidnapped, and it gets obviously to a investigation from there. That's the part that scares the crap out of me because I have a kid, and just the sheer thought of that like scares me to death. So I'm gonna try to read this. I hope I can read this. If not, do I need to take a freaking break from mystery thrillers because it's been so not good for me? Like, what's a really good one you've read? I need to read a good one. I'm hoping this will be good. Everyone's been talking about it. It's becoming a movie lately. I'm gonna try to read it. I don't want to be, just so nervous, guys, for so many reasons. Those are all the books that I'm planning to read this month. It's a lot. It's what, 10? 10? And 3 or 4 of them are really big fantasy books. So, good job, Heather. This may be setting myself up for failure. We will see. I hope not. I think I can do it. I don't have a ton going on this month, she says before the month begins. It's probably going to be really busy. We'll find out. Why do I keep saying that? I'm sorry. either read or are planning to read any of these books this month, please let me know. I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions. If you enjoyed them, or will I enjoy them, and all of those many things. Well, let me just wrap this up because I need to get to reading, obviously. I got a lot to read. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next one.